8, 9, 10, Crazy Aytan. Back then kids used to make fun of it like this. Of course, it's a bit pointless when you enter it like this, right? Then let's call it that. The lived story of a woman who is crazy about her love. Aytan Zeynep, or Crazy Aytan, as she is known by the people of Bursa, is a Romani woman whose statue was erected when Bursa's famous Romani neighborhood, Kambala, was turned into a park with urban transformation. There is no other statue of a woman in that park. Crazy Aytan is very famous in Bursa. He is known for his wanderings from street to street, his dialogues with the shopkeepers of the Grand Bazaar, the stones he throws when he gets angry, but most of all his bags, drums and revelry. It is known, but few people tell its story. This Aytan, at the age of 57, died alone in her hut in Kizilkup district on March 12, 1992. Aytan's statue was erected in the park, built after the neighborhood where she was born, raised and died was demolished in 2009. Newspapers gave this news with the title Crazy Aytan returned to the neighborhood as someone who was born and raised in Bursa. That's why I got so excited when, years later, I saw the headline Crazy Aytan is adapted to theater in a small agency news. But I realized that I was very alone in my excitement. So I went to Bursa to listen to Aytan's story, to get everyone excited, not just the people of Bursa. The play, directed by Celal Bayakul, is produced by Bursa Culture and Arts Association. The play, which is still in the rehearsal phase, will meet the audience in June. Arda Matt, the author and one of the leading actors of Aytan, A Crazy Love Story, is the president of this association. Matt plays Kump Hazen, Aytan's husband. But the real leading role belongs to Aytan and Zlem Gultekin, who plays Aytan. As I said, everyone knows Aytan, but very few people are aware of her story and why she went crazy. Matt starts explaining this first. When Bursa Metropolitan Municipality Mayor Recep Tayyip erected Aytan's statue, he received a lot of criticism. They asked, why would a statue of a madman be erected? This caught my attention too. Why did Aytan really go crazy? That's when I started researching on this. I went to the neighborhood where Aytan lived and talked to people. The result is a tragic love story. Aytan falls in love with Kump Hazen at a very young age. Even though Hazen wants to, his mother does not allow Aytan to marry Kump Hazen. Hazen is an alcoholic. They remain in love with each other for 6 years. 6 years later, Aytan's mother gives her consent to their marriage. Aytan and Hazen stay married for 1.5 years. But it was the 1950s. There was a global crisis. Hazen cannot find a job and starts going to the tavern again. They break up and make up a lot. But one day, when Hazen dies in the tavern, Aytan goes crazy. After leaving the Bursa Culture and Arts Association's theater team, I went to visit my aunt and Aytan in the park in Kambala, where the Roma houses were demolished and replaced. My aunt told me on the road. He knew Aytan because he worked in the market for years. He would come at the same time in the morning. The shopkeeper loved Aytan very much. In the morning, they would buy her pastries and then Aytan would hit the road. He always returned at the same time in the evening. It was like this every day. Then one day he stopped coming. We learned that he died alone at home. Aytan was born in Kambala in 1935 and passed away in Kambala in 1992. After his death, His grave was built by Bursa tradesmen. 3,000 people attended his funeral in Pinarbak. The places where Aytan was born and raised have now become parks. A neglected, abandoned park. Aytan is alone in that park, looking at Bursa. But even though the boards were rotting, they had just hoed a small green area. We are happy with my aunt. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe.